Hello and welcome. My name is Gail Moffat, and these are all about my connections to God, and he calls me a prophet, so I say I'm his messenger, but whatever you want to call me is fine, as long as it's polite. Anyway, God is standing by the side of me and wishes to speak, and so if you are interested in these videos or want to hear any more about what's going on, what he has to say, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell, because I feel like I know there are adventures to come along which I hope to be reporting on these videos. So let's go without further ado to God. God is saying that he is always delighted to be able to communicate in this way through Gail. And he's saying that there was a time when he would hold back from communication in our world because he didn't see it as a necessary part of life. He felt that it could be saved until a soul returns to his kingdom, and then he will communicate with him about life or whatever he wants to say. And he's saying, but things have changed and life has to change. We have to do things in a very different way now, because man has reached a point where unless he steps forward and helps man in their thinking and in the way they conduct their lives, then they will be stuck in this in where they're at with their evolvement. And he feels that it was important to him that he chose somebody that A, he could trust, and B, that he knew that would do the work that he would be asking of. And so this is why he chose Gail, because he says that Gail is someone that is always prepared and has done throughout time, throughout all her lives, always being prepared to tackle on some of the difficult tasks in the world that other people would not consider doing. And he's saying that today he can confirm that he has spoken to Gail at great length with regarding her upcoming trip to Pakistan. And he's saying that what he wants people to understand is that in her trip to Pakistan, she will be engaging with people that need to understand his words. He has thought at great length about which country he should choose to start this process of communication and of enlightenment and his thoughts about how we should live our life. And Pakistan is the country that he's chosen. As you know, he says that many years ago it was Israel, but today I am choosing Pakistan. He feels that Pakistan has great potential in our world and great potential to help the rest of the world come up to the level that he will be asking of themselves. And he will be looking to engage Gail in many of the with many of the dignitaries and politicians, and of course the Prime Minister. He says that once he has communicated with them some of his ideas and some of his requests, he hopes to see a great deal of change taking place in that country. When a country goes through a transformation or a renewal, he is always gratified when it is moving towards a way of living that helps mankind throughout not only their country, but the many countries that surround them. And he will be requesting of the Prime Minister to help Gail wherever possible, because she will not just stop at speaking to the people of Pakistan. She will be looking to engage with many other countries where he wishes to speak to some of the top dignitaries and presidents and prime ministers. He's saying that it is his wish that man comes to a point where they only engage with love, that they only engage with compassion and help everybody in the way that people should help each other. He's saying to me that if people can change to this new way of being, he feels that there is a chance that we will have a situation in our world where there are no more wars or crimes or difficulties, because there will be all the support and love and help and compassion that needs to be in a society to create a world that is of peace, a world that is of love, a world that is of compassion. And that is what he wants for mankind. And he's saying to me that if we are unable to come up to this level, then there will be, it will be because he hasn't assisted us in the way that he knows he needs to do. And this is purely why he has made the decision to come forward and be with us, help us, and always communicate his words to us. He thanks you for listening to his words, and he is gratified, very gratified, by Gail's willingness to always be of service and to help him in what he considers one of the biggest challenges that he has had in the world to date. He's thanking you all for listening, and now he wishes to pray. I pray that all of mankind not only listen to my words, but understand my intentions that are of good and care and love for mankind. I ask also that mankind believes in what is a future that will be of benefit to all of us. That the way forward for life is not in bad thoughts or evil ways. It is simply in love. He hopes that as mankind understand the difficulties and the challenges that need to be overcome, that in a unified way we come together in love and tackle these challenges head on. That life becomes a life that is open in peace for every single person. And he thanks you for listening. And so, back to Gail. You know, God has been talking to me about going to Pakistan for some time, and it's been a little while before I've got to the point where I actually, started booking things up and doing things. But I just want to say, one of the conversations that God has had with me is that I will have protection from him, and that there will be no harm come to me. And I know that several people have been concerned about my well-being, but I'm saying to you, please don't, because if you could talk to God in the way that I do, you'd know that I would be safe. So thank you for listening, and again, don't forget to subscribe, because as I go through this journey, you can be made abreast and understand all what is happening on this journey, because I do think it's going to get quite exciting. So let's be in this journey together. Thank you for listening, and see you on Thursday.